So we saw that President Trump was doing okay there, but you see a lot of people there have been sheltered in place. They're on their phones there. It's just quite the chaotic scene. And thankfully, President Trump does appear to be okay. He did put up his fist that he was going to be okay as they whisked him off the stage and I'm sure to the hospital. But we're, of course, still trying to gather more information about what exactly was going on. But again, President Trump, he hit the stage shortly after 6 o'clock there in Butler, Pennsylvania, a key battleground state. And as he was speaking, about 8 shots were fired. His team, his security detail, quickly surrounded him, pushed him down to the ground. A short moment later, we saw the president get up. He appeared to be maybe limping, not sure if he was hit by anything or if he hurt his ankle possibly, because he was rushed by his security detail. But thankfully, as he was entering the SUV, he did put up his fist, showing the world that he was okay, but a lot of frightening moments there. I watched it unfold myself as it was happening. Couldn't believe my eyes, couldn't believe my ears, as many of you were watching. And we are all just praying right now that President Trump is okay. And at this point, we also have to pray for our country, because it takes someone very sick and very demented to do something like this. But there's so much hatred towards President Trump, it's palpable. And I pray for that person for having so much hatred in their heart towards somebody who is simply just trying to make America great again. And you see there now that the crowd is clearing out there in Butler, Pennsylvania. So many of them, tens of thousands of people had gone out there to. Okay, and we're also hearing that Bob Brooks should be ready momentarily. In the meantime, we have Victoria Tanzing, and you said Joe DeGeneva with us now. Joe, Victoria, I mean, I'm sure you were watching this. What's going through your minds right now, seeing these events unfold? 8 shots were fired. It's incredible. I can't believe this is happening.
Well, Lydia, look, we need to say something right away, and that is the Democratic Party has done nothing except vilify Donald Trump from the time he was elected president. They've impeached him, they've tried to indict him, and now someone has tried to kill him. The Democratic Party bears major responsibility for the atmospherics surrounding this and other incidents involving the president. This is a disgraceful incident. Donald Trump is an amazing human being. What's happened to him has happened to America tonight. But make no mistake about it, the negative campaigning by Joe Biden and the Democratic Party to vilify and demonize Donald Trump is responsible for what happened tonight.
When you call somebody Hitler, what do you expect?
You know, there are some reports, and I saw it too, maybe you saw it too, everybody, that he was okay. He was pumping up his fist. But seeing that moment play again, those 8 shots firing, and the president seemed perplexed as to what was going on, and then he grabbed his ear. What are you feeling right now, Victoria?
Guy, because we saw him still being strong and pumping his fist. So we have a lot to be thankful for, right?
Well, the bottom line is this, Lydia. That wasn't a sharpshooter, because if it was a sharpshooter, the president would be dead. He was clearly shot from someone, as you faced the podium, who was shooting from the left. I can't imagine that. And the question now is why? How did it happen? And the issue, again, I'm sorry, I've had it up to my scuppers with the Democrats. They created the atmosphere that led to this tonight. The negative campaigning by the President of the United States, Joe Biden, the Democratic Party, the minority leader in the House of Representatives, Chuck Schumer, going to the Supreme Court and threatening justices of the Supreme Court. What do you think is going to happen when you start discourse in a democracy like this? Nuts are out there, and this is what happens. Shame on the Democrats. They are directly responsible for what happened to Donald Trump tonight. No bones about it. There's no way you can sugarcoat this. The Democrats are responsible for this.
I am amazed that there wasn't some kind of activity around a person or a location where the shots came from. And I can't imagine the security was so bad that someone was allowed to get within the range. It does not make sense to me.
It seems to me that if someone was firing shots and they were close, they would have been grabbed by people. So these shots may have been fired from a distance. That's the only thing
that might account for the not good shot.
The fact that it may have been fired from a distance, which would explain why somebody wasn't seized immediately.
And Victoria Tonsing, we're going to Fred Fleitz right now. Fred Fleitz, what a historic, unfortunate event that we are witnessing right now. Again, for all of you just possibly tuning in, you're taking a live look there at the fairgrounds in Butler, Pennsylvania. President Trump was speaking a short time ago when about eight shots rang out. One of the shots appeared to maybe have hit the president in the ear. He then was rushed by his security detail. He was on the ground, but as he was getting into the SUV, he did pump up his fists, saying that he was going to be okay. The crowd went wild. Fred Fleitz, right now we have no comments so far from Joe Biden or the White House.
Well, I was watching this on Newsmax, and frankly, I'm pretty upset. But I watched a video of it again, and it looked like a hit. He doesn't want to leave a rally, and we're all praying for him right now.
We are indeed praying for him. And you know what? We have to also pray. We have to pray for our country at this point, because how could someone have so much hatred in their heart to do this? What do you think about what you saw, what Victoria and Joe, what they were saying, that this demonization of President Trump it's gotten out of control at this point?
No, I think that's right. And, I was just watching video last week of Nancy Pelosi tearing up Trump's State of the Union address, his last State of the Union address. The Democrats have done so much to demonize this president.